Hello and welcome everyone. This will be a very short video tutorial on how we can perform packet sniffing using a very popular tool which is called as Wireshark. So let's see how exactly we can perform such kind of an attack. Whereas let's see which interface we need to select. I am currently using my Wi-Fi. The traffic spikes show that my Wi-Fi network is currently active. So kindly select that. Let the process begin. Let the traffic capturing begin. This is how the packets are being captured. You can see the various packets which are getting captured at this point of time. As soon as I am connected to the internet, the packets keep on flowing, and this is how they are getting captured by Wireshark. So let's start with a website. What exactly I want to show is how we can capture the username and passwords of unsecured websites. For example, websites which are using HTTP instead of HTTPS. As we all know, HTTPS stands for secure HTTP, whereas HTTP in its simplicity doesn't have any security protocols embedded with it. So let's try with a website which is one of my favorite website actually for carrying out these kind of tests. You might have seen me using these kind of websites previously also during my other tutorial sessions. So let's see how we can perform this test. This is a perfectly good example of a website where we can carry out these kind of tests, as it is completely legal to carry out the test over here, because this is indeed a testing website provided by Acunetics. So let's go to the login page where we can log in into into the website and check whether my username and password is shown in plain text or not. So I will be entering some random value. For example, let me type my name itself and a random password. For example, random value. Okay, and press a login. Obviously, it won't allow me to log in because I have entered some random characters, but that's not my main task. My main objective is to see whether whether the input, that is the username and password, is shown to the attacker in plain text or not. So to check it, just stop the capturing process in Wireshark and filter out only the TCP packets. Sorry, in fact the HTTP packets, because we basically want to see the packets which are traveling through HTTP. So you can see that there are n number of packets in this particular capturing session, but what exactly we want is we want only the message which are being sent using the post method, because whenever I press enter, as you can see, whenever I pressed enter over here in the login button, the values are being sent using a post method. As you are all aware, HTTP has two methods, get and post. If I had if For example, if the username and password got embedded over here in the URL, then it would have been the use of a get method. But over here I can see that there is no URL, no username and password credentials appended at the end of the URL. Hence post method is being used. So I have to filter out the traffic which is using only post method. I have this filter command ready with me, so let's see how to check. So basically we have shortlisted, or we have uh, filtered out all the possible capture packets, and we are right now having just this single packet. You can check over here. When I clicked over here, this is the website which I had used just now. You can cross check it. Test PHP vulnerable web. Okay, so this is what we got. So now my main task is to capture the packets, that is the username and password. How to do so? Let's check out. Click on this post method. You will see some values over here. Over here you can see that the values are not in plain text. It's given in hexadecimal format. So how to find it out? It's very simple. It's very straightforward. Just right click on this post value over here. Click on follow HTTP stream. When you go over there, you will see a long HTML formatted text. It will be something mentioning something about the web page, the document type, etc. For example, you can see doc type, HTML public, and so on. Our main task is to find out the password and username out of these 2000 lines of code. How to do so? Just simply follow the text which is present in this red color. Okay, try to find out the text which is in red color. You will see over here some value. For example, there will be a cookie value stored somewhere in between the text. Okay, so my main task is to find that cookie value. Whenever we get that cookie value, you will straight away find out the username and password which I had used at the time of login. So my main task is to find that cookie value. Okay, so keep on trying. It will hardly take 1 or 2 minutes for you to find the username and password in plain text. Generally, the username might be sent as a variable uname or user or username. So you need to find for some variables named as uname, username, or user, something like that. So try to find out over here. You can see, yes, here it is. If you remember, I had entered Sridhar Iyer as the username and the password was a random value. So this is what exactly we were trying to find out. You can see within few minutes only, we actually found out the real username and password which was sent through the website in clear text or plain text. This is how we make use of Wireshark to carry out packet sniffing, but provided that the website is not secured using HTTPS, or otherwise the plain text values will be encrypted using some kind of encryption, for example SSL encryption. Okay, so that's how we carry out packet sniffing in Wireshark. Thank you.